Hi, it's Matthew Graves from Quick Start Coach, and today I'm going to show you how to eliminate the biggest killer of success in absolutely everything in life. That problem is consistency. We all know that we should eat well and exercise. Maybe we even do it once in a while. If you want to see the real benefit, though, you have to do it consistently. Lack of consistency is the biggest wrecker of dreams that humans could ever imagine. It's silent and insidious and hiding right there in our daily routine. Someone told me once that if you wanted to see what was truly important, then all you needed to do was to look at someone's calendar. If there isn't consistent time spent working on their health, then that isn't important to them. If there isn't consistent time spent building relationships with their spouse or family, then that isn't that important to them either. They might say it's important, but their calendar doesn't lie. Same goes for your dreams in business or to earn a reliable online income. If you're not scheduling consistent time to work on it, then it isn't that important to you. If you don't spend the time on working for online freedom, then it will be as elusive as those six-pack abs. The reality is that most people in the developed world live a pretty comfortable life. Not perfect, but comfortable. We don't have to hunt every day for our dinner or protect ourselves from freezing to death or being eaten alive. It's very hard to motivate your brain to do hard work when you're comfortable where you are now. Did you ever notice that when real change occurs in your life, then it comes from either being forced to take action or when you start to feel uncomfortable with your current situation? When you look in the mirror and decide you really aren't comfortable with how you look, then you make a change. When the doctor says to stop eating cupcakes or die, you usually will put down the fork. How comfortable are you with your situation? Do you feel the need to make a change, or is it just nice to have? I'm not judging anyone who's happy with the way things are. I want everyone to be happy. If that's you, then congratulations. However, just the fact that you are motivated to be here watching this video tells me there's a longing for something better that's brewing inside you. You want more, and I want to help you get it. Successful people accomplish their goals because they make it a necessity. They don't see their goals as optional. Brendon Burchard lists this in his book High Performance Habits as a critical trait of high performers. This runs counter to much of modern self-development, which tells people to be grateful and give thanks for what they have. While gratefulness is important, it's critical that it doesn't give way to complacency. If you're very grateful and happy with what you have and where you are in life, then where is the motivation to improve? High performers walk a fine line between gratefulness and dissatisfaction. They're happy with what they have, but they always want more. Not necessarily more money or material things. They want to achieve more of what they know they are capable of. They want to be better. In the sales world, we often use a formula called PAS, or Problem, Agitate, Solution. Most infomercials use this type of framework to persuade the viewer to buy their product, for example. They identify a problem. For example, is your vacuum losing suction? Then they agitate it. Back to our vacuum example, imagine all the nasty creatures like dust mites that are living in your carpet where your children play. Think about the viruses and bacteria that are living in your home because your vacuum's no longer properly cleaning your carpets. It helps if they do a demonstration where they show your carpet under a magnifier. No one wants to share their living space with all those creepy, crawly creatures. They've identified a problem you might have, and then they agitated it to make you feel even worse about it. They took a little problem you weren't even thinking about and made it into a big problem that you feel the need to solve. Then comes the final step, where they introduce the solution. And of course, it's their amazing new vacuum. They show you how it eliminates all the problems that they agitated in the second step. It works to influence people to buy things that they probably don't even need. And you can also use it to persuade your brain to work on accomplishing your goals. Successful people have a lot of mind tricks that they play on themselves to get them to do what's necessary to accomplish their goals. Here's one for you. You can use problem, agitate, solution to trick your mind. First, think about the goals you want to achieve. Make a list. Second, identify the top goal that would bring you the most happiness in your life. The 80-20 rule applies to goals. The top 20% of your goal list will get you 80% of the benefits of accomplishing all of the goals on your list. Let's say your top goal is to build a reliable online income so that you can pay the bills and let you work from home. This is something that you wish to achieve, but frankly, you have a good job and a regular income, so it hasn't gotten the attention it needs. The fact that you haven't achieved this goal becomes the problem in our PAS framework. Time to crush the complacency and make this goal a necessity. Let's think of a worst case scenario if you don't accomplish your goal. You lose your job and you don't have a regular paycheck. You're injured and you can't continue to earn at the level that you're accustomed to. You cruise through to retirement but don't have any savings or side income to count on. What's your life like now after these worst case scenarios become reality? What's life like for those who count on you? Now imagine what your life will be like when the number one goal is accomplished. Make a list of all the great things you will experience. Wake up when you want, no alarm clock. Take your kids to school, no more rushing to work. No commute and traffic. No boss telling you what to do. No stress over worrying about being fired or laid off. Work in an area that you love instead of a job that you hate. Ability to travel and live where you want. Control your income level. You can make what you want. Time to spend with your kids, spouse, or grandchildren. Now imagine what accomplishing the goal will mean to those people you love. The reality is that we're more motivated by those who we care about than we are about getting things for ourselves. Retire your spouse. Pay for your kids' college, no loans. They get a better relationship and more quality time with you. Is your goal of making a reliable online income feeling more like something you absolutely should do? Now for the last step, the solution. Schedule consistent time to work on your goal. If it isn't on the calendar, then it isn't going to get done. That's the reality of it. What time can you devote to working on this very important goal that you need to achieve? Before you can even figure out what the first steps to achieving the goal are, you have to have the time set aside to complete those steps. Can you wake up earlier and get an hour or two done first thing each morning? Can you cut down on your television time and carve out 3 evenings a week where you spend 7 to 10 p.m. working on this goal? How about the weekends? Can you find more time there? Every person has 168 hours in the week. We spend 40 of them working and about 50 of them sleeping. That leaves you with 78 hours outside of work and sleep. Surely you can squeeze out 10 to 20 hours a week to accomplish your number one goal. This works no matter what your goal. If your number one goal is to get in better shape, then when you make it a necessity and schedule time to cook better food and get exercise, then it will improve. The goals you spend time and attention on will always get better. You have to decide what those things are going to be and schedule the time to do it. Until the next video, make sure that you take action to supercharge your success.